Sometimes we must live through the darkness in order to see the light. We must visualize.
Hey everyone, excuse me, this week I'm overcoming a viral illness, so still trying to get over it, so I'll do my best to do the video this week. This week I'm going to talk about my mission and why I decided to serve one, and some issues I had before I ended up serving. So in case if you haven't figured it out yet, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm Mormon, LDS, however you want to put it. So after my hip surgery, I was still living in Edmonton and living with my roommate, and I met a guy, and me being hopeless romantic found out he was moving back to Lethbridge, so I thought, oh, maybe if I move back, we'll end up together, blah, 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 blah. Nothing ever happened with him, but I ended up back in Lethbridge and kind of just not knowing what to do with my life. And I had some visiting teachers come over one night, and one of them was the Relief Society president. She's like, oh, next year I'm going to take some time off and go travel the world. I'm like, oh, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to travel the world. And when they left, I was like, well, one way to do that is to serve a mission. And I'm like, where did that come from? I never wanted to serve a mission. Where I'm from, Southern Alberta, Utah, Canada, pretty much. And the age I was, being a sister missionary means you can't get married or aren't eligible to get married or something like that. No one wants to marry you. But so I never really thought about it. But I had the Spirit speak to me that night and say, you need to go on a mission. And I was thinking, okay, well, I'm going to school now. Maybe I'll wait till next year. And it was immediate response from the Spirit again saying, no, you need to go as soon as you can. I was only 20 at the time, so I had to wait until I was 21 at the time, because sisters were only able to serve when they were 21. So I put my papers in as soon as I could, and my bishop at the time was my home teacher when I was 6, so he was all excited for me. So I put my papers in, and the waiting began. While I was waiting for my call to come in, I had a few friends come up to me concerned, thinking that I wouldn't be good enough to serve a mission. I had some family members say, why don't you go move to New York and figure out yourself there, go work for a magazine or something like that. I remember even a friend's husband said, the prophet said girls shouldn't serve missions, they need to get married. And I was just like, you know what, you guys, this is what I need to do. And so I had a lot of opposition with me going on a mission, but I was able to overcome that and still decided to wait. Meanwhile, I ended up having some severe pains in my stomach, and we weren't sure what it was, and it turned out that I had gallbladder stones or something wrong with my gallbladder. When we met with the surgeon to get him out, he's like, it doesn't look just like gallstones. It looks like there might be a mass in there as well. So you'll either wake up with a big scar across your stomach or just the 3 little ones from the keyhole surgery. And so essentially they're saying I may have cancer or a tumor in my stomach. So I'm like, great, here's another thing I've got to worry about. Thankfully, I woke up with just three holes in my stomach, and it was a sludge ball, apparently, whatever that is, but it was connected close to my liver, so that's just what made it look like a mass, but it was all out. Gallbladder's fine. I was able to continue on and was able to serve a mission. I got my call about a month before my 21st birthday. I quit my job and was able to drive down to Utah with my parents so they could take me into the MTC. I was called to the Canada Halifax mission, which is on the other side of Canada from where I'm from, and really interesting is that's where my mom's side of the family and some of my dad's side of the family originally came from. So I was going to see where my ancestors came from. So I entered the MTC 3 days after my 21st birthday. Loved the MTC. It was such a great experience. I loved my district, my companion, the people that I was going to serve in Halifax with, and it was just a great experience. The rest of my mission, when I finally made it out in the field, it was a big struggle. I wasn't the best missionary. I was a lazy missionary and was almost sent home a couple times because I was very stubborn and I didn't get along with some of my companions. Now everything's all good with them, but looking back at my mission, I'm kind of embarrassed with the way I acted. I did the best I could. I was lazy, but I did meet some amazing people, some people I will forever be friends with and forever love. And Josh and I are actually planning to move back to Eastern Canada, where I served my mission in probably about 5 years. So I'm excited to go back there. So coming home from my mission, it was a really hard adjustment for me. Being with someone 24/7, having a companion 24/7, and then coming back to just being alone. Yeah, talking about not being the best missionary, I had a blessing a couple years ago by my husband. He actually said that me serving a mission was more about me figuring out who I was than for me finding souls to bring unto Christ. So I found it was really interesting because the purpose of a mission is to find people to bring into the church and to help them find God. And my mission was more for me to figure out who I was, because I really struggle sometimes with who I am and why I'm here because of everything I've been through. I'll talk about that more next week. Next week is going to be a very honest video. I'm going to talk about my depression and some issues I had a couple years ago. And so hopefully you continue watching. Just like, subscribe, share, ask any questions. Again, I'm sorry about today. I'm out of breath. Not feeling that great, but hopefully I'll get better, and we'll see you next week.
Sometimes we must live through the darkness in order to see the light. We must visualize.